Hello, hello everyone. We're gonna be live soon. Mula sa aming tinutuluyan dito sa Singapore, welcome po uli sa isa na namang gabi ng makabuluhan at napapanahong talakayan. Ito po ang Weekends with Rated J.
Ang programang ginawa para sa mga overseas Filipino mula sa kapwa overseas Filipino. Inyo po itong napapanood ng live tuwing Sabado sa tulong na rin ng teknolohiya at ng social media.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito sa Singapore and all over the world. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtitiwala. Ako po si June Rigonan.
At ako naman po si Dazilin Zapata Pinlac. Good evening, partner, at syempre magandang gabi
Partner.
sa ating mga kaibigan at kakwentuhan tuwing Sabado ng gabi. For more updates, please like and follow our official Facebook page na Rated J at sa aming YouTube channel na Rated J Official. Yan. Para naman po sa inyong mga komento, mag-post o mag-send ng message sa ating Facebook page o di kaya ay mag-email sa ratedjofficial@gmail.com.
Alright, pasensya na po at medyo mas maaga tayo ngayong gabi. Alam ko marami pa sa inyo ang nasa mga trabaho nyo pero uumpisa na natin ang ating programa ngayong gabi. Feb-ibig na nga ba talaga? Feb-ibig na nga talaga, partner. No, love is in the air.
Love is in the
Kahit na
air.
araw-araw naman dapat sineselebrate natin ang love. Subalit syempre pag sinabi mong February, you can't go away with Valentine's Day, which is bukas na nga pala yan, ano? So so much love feels. Ang dami ngang in love. Pero marami ring nananatiling single at ang ilan nga ay umaasa na mahanap nga nila ang kanilang Mr. o Miss Right.
Tama, partner. Ang iba naman sa atin, nahanap na noong una si Mr. o si Miss Right, subalit sa kasamaang palad, hindi nagtagal ang kanilang pagmamahalan. Pero sabi nga nila, there are always second chances in life. At eto nga, nakahanap pa sila ng second chance pagdating sa love. Nakakakilig talaga. Kaya ito nga yung sinasabi nilang destiny. Yan, panoorin po muna natin to.
Isang tulog na lang, Valentine's Day na naman. Marami sa atin ang punong-puno ng pag-ibig ngayong Feb-ibig. Ang ilan naman sa atin piniling mag-celebrate ng V-Day bilang mga single, whether or not ready to mingle. Ngunit ang ilan sa ating mga kababayan minsan lang na in love at nag-I do sa unang pagkakataon. Subalit hindi siguro ito ang kanilang destiny at nagkaroon ng chance na ma-in love muli sa pangalawang pagkakataon. Love is lovelier the second time around nga ba? O may mga pinagdadaanan ding challenges ang mga tinuri na second chances? How to be in love sa pangalawang pagkakataon? Love the second time around. Dito lamang sa programang Love na Love Kayo. Weekends with Rated J.
Ayan, di ba?
Yes.
Nakakakilig, partner, di ba?
Tama.
Kaya red na
Love
red
na
din
love.
tayo.
Love na nga talaga, partner. Kaya ngayong gabi, makakasama natin ang dalawang nagkaroon ng second chance pagdating sa pag-ibig. Ito na nga, umpisahan na natin. Right, we have a Mrs. Can we call her Mrs. Vien Sarmiento? Siya ay nakahanap ng kanyang second love sa dati niyang estudyante. Wow, malalaman natin yan. Ano nga ba yung kwento ni Vien? Can we call you Vien?
Yes, of
Total,
course, June. Hi,
hindi naman tayo
congratulations
sobrang
po.
nagkakalayo siguro ng edad.
Welcome.
Welcome po
Yan
sa ating
sa
palabas.
Weekends with Rated J at
Hello.
salamat sa pagpapaunlak at pagbibigay
Dazzling,
ng panahon. Yes.
Yes.
Ayan, ang susunod naman natin na guest ay si Miss Amy Repizo. Siya naman nahanap niya ang second love after niyang mabiyuda.
Alright, at nawala po
Ayan.
siya.
Oo, babalikan natin si Miss Amy.
Babalikan
Baka
natin si
nagkakaroon lang
Miss
siya ng
Amy.
technical difficulty yan.
Right.
Unahin na muna natin si Miss Vien sa ating mga naglalagablab na katanungan tungkol sa pag-ibig.
Yep.
Vien, please tell us naman how about your story. How was your first love and what happened with your first love?
Ang lakas sa akin ni June eh. I'm a very private person
Yes.
actually. But, I had to
Pero
ask
maraming
my
salamat,
husband.
Vien. Really
Oo,
for
June,
joining
lakas
us.
sa akin eh. I'm a very private person. I had to ask my husband's permission if I could share the story. It's actually a lovely story, very inspiring because this is my second marriage.
Mm.
Um, well, sabi nga ni Khalil Gibran in his book, di ba? Love if it finds you worthy, it actually directs your course.
Mhm.
And I also believe that probably it's my destiny because ang haba nung wait eh. Parang I really wasn't expecting that he will come along. Never did I imagine but some of those people who believe in, kasi I'm so much into astrology. I'm a
Mm.
practicing Catholic, by the way, but of course, Christians, our friends who are into the Christianity don't believe
Mm.
this stuff. But I read a lot of books on astrology. Naniniwala din ako sa hula. And then there's something weird, this thing weird about me. Parang my intuition is always strong. I think I have a third eye, and people have been like noticing it, but they've been telling me, open your third eye, open your third eye. So, ah, pero nag-fail yung third eye ko, I have to admit. Kasi hindi ko talaga siya nakitang mangyayari. He was my student because
Mhm.
I was a teacher right after graduation in UP Manila
Mhm.
because I finished biology, so I was supposed to become a doctor.
Mhm.
Ayoko mag-doktor, eh, yung father ko it was his choice of my degree. My first choice of a degree was actually international relations.
Mhm.
And my father was working in the US Embassy in Manila that time. So ayaw niya akong payagan na mag-UP Diliman. And the course that I wanted was in UP Diliman. So sabi niya, hindi, sa Manila ka kasi mas malapit sa office niya. No? Na masyado kasing strict yung father ko eh. I grew up, sobra niya akong hinigpitan. I was so serious na, I think I've skipped my childhood. Parang ganon. Parang, he was so strict na parang, sobra niya akong tinutukan sa studies ko. Whenever I come home from school, yung bag ko, bubunot siya ng notebook at random. Then I have to tell him what I wrote for this particular subject. Siyempre, pagbunot nun, N1, N2, science, ganun siya kahigpit sa akin. And tapos nung nagdadalaga na ako, may mga nanligaw, pero lahat pinahirapan niya. Sa totoo lang. Parang, he was always so protective of me.
Mhm.
My first marriage, honestly, I don't even want to talk about it anymore kasi syempre may
Sure po.
sarili-sarili na kaming buhay. No? I've turned
Mm.
the page already. But um, I think I was so young. I was a product of early marriage.
Mm.
Uso kasi nun, sina Sharon, sina Paps. Yan,
Naku.
yan ang mga
So
kasabayan
ganun
ko
pala
dun
yung
sa
yung mga
Los
level niyo
Angeles.
dati, mga
Yes.
Sharon Pops.
At saka, looking back, when you grow up in a strict Catholic faith, my mom is always really talagang palasimba, stricta, ganyan.
Mm.
Yung pag-strict ng parents, there are things na syempre hindi na di-discuss ng parents sa'yo, So,
Mm.
nag-asawa ko ng maaga at the age of 21, and then I had my eldest child at age 22. Syempre,
Hmm.
people will say, kasi the reality is, yung kapalaran ni Maria, hindi naman pwedeng pareho ni Juana. That's,
Mm.
of course, magkaiba yan eh. So,
Mm.
merong mga nagsasurvive na early marriages. But in my case, our careers brought us to different countries, masyado yung naging travels namin dalawa. We were traveling no end. Importante kasi yan eh. And then, these are the facets of life that I learned. Hard-earned lesson, but it's a journey, Life is a very, very beautiful journey. And I'm really thankful to God na binigyan ako ng siguro ganito ka-challenging na journey. Life is
Siguro
a bed of roses. Marami din akong pinagdaanan. I don't even want to go into details, but it's a learning experience. And kasi I believe that, and this is, I want to, because I know for sure that you have a lot of audiences out there na, going through probably their annulment period, their separation period. Kasi sa Philippines, as we all know, di ba, wala namang divorce. And kasi, when we all grow up into really strict process of growing up na normally bounded by religion, no? Susunod ka talaga sa kung ano yung sinasabi, kung paano ka pinalaki. And I believe so much na wala namang Pilipino na pinalaki sa masama, no? All of us were taught how to, deal with things head on. We have to follow our faith. And yun na nga, sadly, sa Philippines, walang divorce.
right.
So I had to go through so much. What was that, Jude? May tinatanong ka
Yeah.
ba?
So moving fast forward po, how did you meet your second love, kumbaga, and how was it? Paano ho kayo nagkakilala? Kasi mukhang very interesting po yung naging kwento ng second love niyo po. Or should I say
Yes.
na siya yung first love kanya po? Kasi estudyante niyo nga po siya, right? So, can you tell us more? Paano ho kayo nagkakilala? Ano bang naging
Yeah, he was my
ano
student.
guys
Yun nga, no? So, fresh from graduation sa UP Manila, I was so young. I graduated at 19 years old. So, my father, kasi ayaw ko ngang mag-medicine, sabi niya doon sa neighbor namin who was a principal in the school where I taught for only 1 year, sabi niya, pasok mo nga yung anak ko kasi naiinis ako dyan. I wanted to fly kasi June eh. That was my frustration. I wanted to be a flight attendant, but I always failed the height requirement. I'm not that tall. So, ayaw ng father ko, naiinis siya. So, the-frustrate na nga siya na I don't want to be a doctor, tapos ayoko pang, sumunod dun sa mga gusto niya. So, pumasok ako dun sa private elementary school that was being run by our neighbor, na principal siya at the time dun sa school. So I taught for 1 year. So I was given this class, primary 5, no? And hindi ko kasi masyadong sineryoso yung teaching. I was young and, I think I handled 4 subjects sa kanila. But since I'm that young, so, naiintindihan ko yung mga needs nila. Parang ginawa nila akong barkada eh. Kasi, this is the batch na mahilig. Medyo maaga sila nag-start, nagdi-disco, nagpa-party. So, mga yan subdivision kids. Because this school was along Sukat Avenue. So, pag may party sila, susulat yung isa doon sa table ko, may party kami, sama ka. Sumasama ako. Yung ganon. And, hindi ko naman alam na crush niya na daw ako.
Wow.
Noon pa, when he was in grade 5. So actually, nung namanhikan siya, my sister actually, one of my older sisters asked him, crush mo yung kapatid ko, nung grade 5 ka, anong alam mo sa pag-ibig that time? So, minsan naririnig lang natin yung mga storyang ganyan. Even me, alam mo yon, hindi, nakakarinig na ako from all the people I've met before ng mga ganyang storya. Parang until it happens to you, hindi mo talaga mapapaniwalaan na pwede pala yon. So, social media actually brought us back together. Facebook Messenger. Di ba kasi sa batch natin, I'm sure, Jude, ikaw, Dazzlin, yung high school kasi tayo close. Itong batch na to, for some reasons, naging very, very close sila. They have their own chat group, messenger chat group. So, one of them added me, believe it or not, since 2008, if I'm not mistaken. Yung classmate niya na yon, in-add ko sa Facebook 2016. Yeah. Or 2017 pa nga. Ganun katagal. Because I was thinking, paano ko naman i-add tong estudyante ko to? What interest would he have sa Facebook page ko when lahat ng mga contacts ko sa Facebook are all in the travel industry? Estudyante ko lang naman yan eh. That's another lesson in life. You know, in life, you cannot take things for granted. Kasi on my part, parang tinake for granted ko. Ang tagal kong inad yung classmate nitong husband ko. And that thing led to another, no? Kasi may Facebook chat messenger group pala sila. So, they added me in 2019. So, then, after na-add ako, one by one sila nagme-message sa akin and they're thanking me. Sabi nung isa, ma'am, hinahanap ka namin. Bakit mo kami iniwan? 1 year ka lang. Ganun. Since Friendster days pa pala nila ako hinahanap. But syempre, kasi I changed my last name na. I was married. Hindi nila ako makita. So, I agreed na, yun nga, nung inad nila ako doon sa Facebook Messenger, nandun na to, itong husband ko, Paulen is his name, no? He's watching.
Wow. Pero before yung next question lang ni Das po, eto ba yung pag-add niya sa inyo po ay intentional because meron na siyang nararamdaman sa inyo noon or wala lang dahil close lang kayo sa group na to?
Hindi naman siya yung nag-add sa akin eh. One of his classmates. Kaya lang siya yung,
Pero hindi ba
nung narinig daw niya
sinabihan
yung, kasi yung isa, pinagmalaki niya doon sa classmates niya. Kasi nagtatanungan sila, what about the teacher natin na si ganito? Saan na kaya siya? So itong isa, yung nag-add sa akin originally sa Facebook, his name is Anthony Malik. He's based in Doha now. Sabi niya, hindi, ka-Facebook ko si Miss Samonte. Ganun. That was my maiden name. O talaga, nung narinig daw niya yung name ko, parang na-excite siya ng sobrang hindi niya ma-explain na, i-add mo. Typical, di ba? Talk ng magkakaklase. So, inad ako. Sa lahat, sila nag-email sila thanking me, expressing their gratitude. Doon ako naiyak, June, to be honest. I think that was the sign. Kasi you know what? I've been thinking of teaching. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, I want teaching to become my retirement career, towards my retirement. I want to teach. Doon ako nagpo-focus. That was the reason why I kept on studying online. I studied with the UP Open University kasi yun yung goal ko. And this is a sign. And the lesson here is, if God is the one planning your life already, and all you need to do is really read the signs and follow. It's really, I am a big witness to this because it happened to me. So, yun na yung sign. I think the sign is really, maybe I should go back to teaching. So, kasi nung
napaka-inspiring.
nag-message,
Hindi, tatanong ko lang, yan, kung nagkaroon ba ng complications or challenges etong si Second Love, saka para lang for timeline purposes, so inad ka nung kaklase ng 2016, kailan kayo nag-reconnect at kung pwede mong ikwento nga yung...
June, they added me in, I think June 6, if I'm not mistaken, no? June 7, lahat ng may message, ito si Paulen, medyo unique, he called me a messenger video. And I do not know how to use messenger video. Kasi di ba sa Singapore, WhatsApp tayo eh. Hindi natin ginagamit yung messenger, Facebook Messenger. So nung tumawag siya, ang itsura ko, nakatali yung buhok ko. So, I was busy in the office. Sabi daw niya, ew, gano'n. Kasi pinindot ko lang. Out of, hindi ko nga alam gamitin eh. So, nagkita kami in a glimpse. Tapos sabi niya daw sa sarili niya, ay, ang taba na ng teacher ko. Hindi na siya yung dati kong crush. May ganun siyang feeling. No? Tapos, sabi ko, ay, sorry hindi ako talaga nag-Facebook Messenger. Sabi niya, ay, ganun ma'am. Hindi bale, ganyan-ganyan. Try, mag-ano na lang tayo, chat. Sabi ko naman, sige, ganun. Pero even Facebook Messenger, I don't really regularly use it to be honest, even for chats. Kasi nga, WhatsApp tayo sa Singapore. So, pero interestingly, talagang chat siya ng chat. Nagkikwento na siya na ganun, ano daw siya, nasa US daw siya, ganyan-ganyan. How about you, ma'am? Ganyan-ganyan. Kumusta ka na? iba yung pagkumusta niya eh.
Pero naramdaman mo na from the start, from the time that he connected with you, you felt na naramdaman niyo na ho na, oops, may something atang papupuntahan itong
Hindi pa.
ganitong kwentuhan na, yung tipong ganun.
Hindi pa, to be
So
honest,
walang mali
ganito
siya,
yan.
kumbaga walang mali siya.
Correct. Since Facebook, di ba? So, normal reaction mo, titingnan mo yung Facebook profile niya.
Mm-mm.
Kasi nagpapa-add na siya agad. Yung iba siguro, nahihiya pa siya, nagpapa-add na siya. Tapos tinignan ko yung photo, sabi ko, ay, may asawa na. Kasi yung sa photos niya, kasama niya lagi yung older sisters niya because he lives with his
Okay.
2 older sisters in the States. So sabi ko, may asawa na. Then I looked, walang picture ng bata, walang anak. So that was what was on my mind. Kasi, di ba, yung age group nila kasi, i-expect mo may mga anak na. And then, the following day, tumawag na naman siya. Sabi niya, ma'am, kahit voice lang, gusto ko lang marinig ang boses mo. Yun yung sabi niya. Yun yung first line niya. Sabi ko, okay,
Kilig.
sige, kumusta ka na? Ganun. Kasi may 5 siyang classmates na mas close ako dun sa 5 eh. Lagi niya nang, pag nagbibiroan kami sinasabi niya, hindi mo naman ako kilala eh. Sabi niya na parang hindi ko daw siya matandaan. To be honest, kasi kilala ko siya sa full name niya, which is Florence Sarmiento. Hindi ko na-connect dun sa nickname niya na Pollen. So, tapos tinanong ko yung isang classmate niya na Mark yung pangalan. Nag-display kasi sila ng class picture. Sabi ko, sino dun yung Pollen? Tapos sumagot yung Mark. Sabi niya, ma'am, ano ka ba? Si Pollen, yung one boy lang yung pagitan namin. Nung nakita ko, nung sinabi niya yan, it struck me. Kasi it struck me because natatandaan ko siya na nasa right side siya lagi kasi alphabetically arranged. Tapos masyadong seryoso. Lagi nakahalo-kip-kip yung kamay niya, lagi nasa long pants niya. Seryosong bata. Hindi siya makulit. Pero yung pala, behind the classes, makulit pala siya. Yun yung
Bago
mga hindi ko
pumunta,
alam about him.
bago tayo pumunta kay Miss Amy, kasi very interesting din yung kwento ni Miss Amy. Very last question po on that matter. Meron ho bang naging complications with regards to your kids or to your children and also to his family in kung nasaan man siya ngayon? Saan ho ba siya? Nasa US po siya, right?
Yes.
So nagkaroon ho ba ng complications?
My first question was, kasi nung sinabi niyang single pa siya, sabi ko, really? Are you gay? I mean, sorry for the question, but sabi niya, hindi ako gay. I mean, I have so many friends, really, really close friends. On my Facebook, siguro 65% are, in the LGBTQ community. I just asked that kasi sinabi niya single pa siya. He was never married. So parang, to me, medyo surprising yun lalo sa isang Pinoy, tapos nasa States. Sabi ko, ay, ganon. Sabi niya, hindi ganyan. Wala naman naging complication. And I want to go back to your, sa kids, June, because my kids are in their 30s. Actually, my eldest daughter just celebrated her 34th birthday, and my youngest celebrated her birthday yesterday. She's 33. Medyo yung aspect do sa bata, that question can only come from a Pinoy. Yung question na, anong sinabi ng mga anak mo? Kasi sa case ko, my kids are, they're both working, they're independent, they both have their same, they have their own lives already. My eldest is married. So, ako naman this time, di ba? So, I told them about it. Of course, especially my youngest was really, happy for me. Kasi alam naman niya, my first marriage got annulled in 2010. So, it's been like a decade, no? Na, yung difference. So, I told her about, ito nga, si Pauline, my student. Sabi niya, ang cute. That was the first reaction of my youngest.
Right.
Cute yung storya niyo, ma'am. Ganon.
Sige po, balikan namin po yung story nyo.
Babalikan
Papasukin
natin,
lang muna
thank
natin
you
si
for
Miss
sharing.
Amy. Miss Amy, good evening po. Alright, Miss Amy, kwento naman po kayo.
Nakamute ka pa, Miss Amy.
I-unmute ko siya. Ayan, hello. Ayan.
Ayan, alright.
Hi, Miss Amy.
Issues, pinagpawisan ako.
Pinagpawisan ka ba? Kwento muna po kayo. How is it? Your first marriage, what happened? para lang sa kaalaman ng ating mga manonood. And how did you get to meet your second love, kumbaga?
Okay, this one will be very short. Siguro yung technical issues ko is to prepare me for something that's very sad to relay. Kasi kanina parang update ako, ready ako. I have my notes and and then lang hang ako. I was very, very like, oh no, siguro si Mike yung pinakadabit ako. Okay, well, first love of my life, I was married to a high school classmate. But after 16 years of marriage, he had acute myeloid leukemia. So after 4 months of battle here in Singapore, he passed away in 2016. Kaya nabalo ako at the age of 46. Yun. Now, how did I meet my second love? Siguro ako kasi ay believer ng, siguro kagaya ni Miss Vien, parang believer ako ng dapat mahaba yung historical information ko sa'yo. Parang nung nabalo nga ako, I have a span of 2 years na single talaga ako, but I never tried looking for someone na hindi ko kakilala. Yung ngayon lang kita makikilala, 46, parang ganon. Parang ganon ako. So I tried, when I was ready, I tried to look for someone from my hometown. I'm from Mindoro. I'm from Calapan Oriental, Mindoro. And God sent, I was blessed to cross paths with Renel. Siguro I knew him or since I was in high school. Parang 1 year older siya sa akin. And siguro at the time, wala namang common friends kami. Iba yung barkada niya. Iba rin yung circle nila sa family nila. Wala kaming chance to cross paths. Pero one summer vacation, may kumuha sa akin ninang sa kasal. Alam mo yun, ninang siya, kinuha ako ninang sa kasal. So I was very on about it until they contacted me, sabi, kung pwede ko daw i-extend yung uwi ko ng 1 week after kasi daw hindi nila cross yung mga requirements. Hindi ako pumayag. Sabi ko, ay hindi pwede kasi I bought my ticket. Andiyan na yung leave ko. I will go home. Matuloy kayo o hindi, I will still go home. Kung next week pa kayo ikakasal, I'll send my representative. Basta I was so set na uuwi ako. At nung uwi ako yun, when I was about to return to Singapore, pagbaba ko ng sasakyan, bibili na ako ng ticket sa ferry. Renel saw me. Siya yung nakakita sa akin. Nagmamaniobra siya ng sasakyan kasi nag-attend siya ng sister niya. And may tumawag sa akin, sabi, Miss Amy. Actually, ang pronunciation niya, Miss Amy. Kasi sa Mindoro, ang pangalan niya.
Sa probinsya.
In Singapore. Pero parang all of a sudden, sabi ko, si Renel nito ah. I know na balo siya kasi balos na siya ng 12 years at that time. Alam ko na balo siya, pero hindi ko alam na nasa Mindoro siya. So I had a short talk with him. Tapos, alam mo naman ako, lagi ako may dalang camera, pero hindi ako magpa-picture. So hindi ko siya pinabasa ng sasakyan. Basta nahiya ako magpa-picture, hiyang-hiya ako. Then,
Bakit mo kayo nahiya?
Oo, then sumakay na ako sa barko, nakasakay ko yung ate niya, yung inihatid niya. Nahiya pa rin ako, sabi ko, sa kasama ko, kasi may kasama ako naghatid sa akin. Sabi ko, alam mo, parang yung si Renel ay mabait. Si Renel na lang kaya. Because I was really looking at that time. Tapos tawa ng tawa yung friend. Ay nako, tuwing uwi mo na lang, iba ang bukang bibig mo. Ngayon si Renel naman. And I forgot about him. So nasa Singapore na ako. One time, siguro mga 2 a.m., madalas ako magising ng madaling araw kasi that's where I do my work. Parang nag-like siya sa post ko. So the following morning, parang tinanong, uy, natutulog ka pa ba? I saw you liking my post at 2 a.m. Parang yun na yung naging start ng aming usual conversation. Tapos nag-usap-usap na kami. Ayun, hanggang sa dumating sa point na tinanong niya ako kung pwede daw niya akong ligawan. So syempre nagulat ako. No? All my life, walang nagtanong sa akin yan. Ano? Kasi gawin. Talagang kasi I have a strong personality. Hindi ko alam. magkakaroon ako ng friends, bigla nilang mawawala. Hindi ko na natanong, ano ba, gusto ba ako nito o hindi. Pero siya, nagsabi siya. So, sabi ko, pinag-isipan ko mabuti yun. Sabi ko, it comes only once in a lifetime. Sabi ko gano'n. And then, siguro that thought triggered something. And yan, we're now about going to 3 years na kami ngayong June.
Ako, tumi-teenager ang ating mga
Nakakakilig
bisita.
naman, di
Baka
ba?
gusto mo love life.
Oo,
Partner.
nakakakilig naman yun. Pero, sige, punta tayo sa yung mga complications naman. So in real life, nagkaroon ba ng complications or challenges dito sa iyong second love? Meron
Of
bang
course,
usap
meron ho kayong mga
members ng
anak, di ba?
family? Oo, yung mga
Alam mo, at that time, kasi masayang-masaya ako, tsaka tuwang-tuwa ako, kasi parang nanalo ka sa loto. Alam mo yun, parang kasi nga, sabi ko nga, I've spent 1.5 years with a friend na parang hanggang sa nag-goodbye na ako, wala akong nalaman o wala siyang nasabi sa akin. And here, there's someone na very clear, sabi nga ng friend ko, kung may ukol, may malinaw na pahiwatig. So yung dun pa lang na hurdle na. So whatever complications na face ko after that, siguro madali para sa akin because my gauge will always be mahirap makahanap for me. Ewan ko, hindi ko alam, mahirap akong makahanap ng kasama. While in fact, si Renel, ang second boyfriend ko, ang first boyfriend ko ay yung asawa ko na namatay nga. So ganun kahirap. So, complications na naisip ko is definitely hindi naman ako uuwi sa amin kasi my children are all based here. So isa sa amin ang magsasacrifice. So mga naisip ko is paano yung kanyang migration here, paano yung meron pa siyang 2 anak na bata, hindi man bata, senior high and junior high, na pwedeng maiwanan kung sakaling magde-decide siya dito magstay. So yung mga gano'n na unti-unti naman natakal namin. Kasi nung una kasi parang afraid ako kasi pupunta siya dito as a tourist, 1 month allowed siyang pumunta dito, tapos uuwi, tapos ano. Then I found out that Singapore actually is offering this kind of visa, fiancé visa, para rin ma-test ninyo kung yung bang non-resident potential spouse nyo will have a chance to stay here. And luckily for him, nakakuha naman siya. So
Alright.
parang everything falls into proper places. So yung complications, part and parcel, but naka-hurdle naman namin. And
Right.
in terms of relationships, I think I stepped into a relationship open to the fact and reality na may inherent awkwardness when you step into someone's life. Hindi siya perfect, pero hindi rin naman siya magiging hindrance for you not to try.
So eto po, paano nyo nalaman, for both Miss Bien and Miss Amy, paano nyo po nalaman na siya na po talaga ang para sa inyo? Kay Miss Bien muna siguro.
Ako, I was confined to the fact that I'll probably grow old alone. But when you're a single person, na after your children have had their own lives, no? Ang pinaka mahirap kasi minsan when you sleep at night and you get to think about your future. And then, when you reach your age, like 45, yan, papuntang 50, yan na yung mapapaisip ka na, I get to ask myself each night, am I really ready to live on my own, all alone? Am I ready to grow old alone? When Pauline came into my life, doon ko nalaman na it's important to have someone to grow old with. Kasi, there were 3 things na nagustuhan ko talaga sa kanya. And one of those 3 things is yung pagiging madasali niya. Na nag-uusap na kasi kami, sinabi niya na, I've been praying. 2 taon na daw siyang dasal ng dasal na, bigyan niyo na ho ako ng makakasama sa buhay. Kahit na ano pa ho yan. Tipe, bingi, tatanggapin ko ho. That was his prayer. Ako naman, I wasn't really praying na bigyan mo ako ng makakasama sa buhay. My only prayer was, uh, be with me as I go through life. Not necessarily having someone, pero yung, when he gave me Pauline in my life, naiyak ako. I think it's really a gift. I really felt the love, how God really loves me and cares for me, na binigyan niya ako na ito yung makakasama mo habang buhay. And kasi isipin mo, he's been single all his life. Nagkaroon siya ng mga relasyon in the past, but minsan nga pag nag-uusap kami, ang feeling naman niya parang talagang ako daw talaga siguro yung para sa kanya. Kasi nga, ang haba eh. The stretch of the years that passed, that was quite long, 30 plus years nung huli ko silang naging student, and that was just a year. And then it was kind of like knowing each other again. Nalaman ko na-feel ko talaga na siya na, especially because nung nag-uusap na kami, napapadalas na, he's been calling me like 3 times in a day, paggising niya,
Wow.
pag nasa pag break niya sa office niya, and then pag uwi niya, I felt it na, and yung pagiging simple niyang tao, you don't need, hindi mo kailangan na, you don't need to be with a very successful businessman or what, no? Yung, he's very grounded. That's the thing that I really liked about him. And he looks at life in a very simple way, which is very similar to mine. Yun lang, yun yung ano. Yun yung
Mapapasana
mga
all ka talaga, no? Sa mga
sana
statements ni
all.
Miss
Yes,
Lee.
yes.
Oo nga
I really
eh.
believe there's someone there for you.
Right.
And when you pray, and siya, alam mo, yun po when we talk until now, talagang when we look back, nagdasal daw talaga siya na bigyan mo ako ng mga kasama sa buhay. Ako daw yung binigay. Hindi naman niya, nung una, sabi ko nga, kailan mo ba ako naumpisang talagang mahalin? Ganon. Bigla na lang daw, nagising siya na, teka muna, why am I saying na mag-isa? This is a person who I can be with. So, nung nagsabi siya nga na, pwede bang maging tayo na? Total, single ka naman, single ako. Without hesitation, I said yes, because, this is a person who I would love to be with until I grow old.
Mm. Kay Miss Amy naman po, how did you get to know na siya na po talaga yung para sa inyo?
Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. Sa akin kasi madali eh. Kasi nga, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, hindi ako ligawin. And I do fall in love with people na yung mga high flyer. For example, lawyers. For example, magagaling na, matatalino, magagaling. But it's just as good as admiring artista. Alam mo yon, parang hindi mo naman sila marireach. And you will just be contented with your life na gano'n na lang. Gusto mo siya pero hindi mo siya marireach. And there is someone na nandyan, nagpapahiwaig, at nakakasama mo, nakakausap mo. And when I get to know him, talagang mabuti naman siyang tao. Magkatono kami, tumatawa kami on the same things. So ramdam ko na Renel is someone that I can spend my life with. At saka siguro the best contributions ni Renel in my life is bringing out the best in me. So marami nakapansin yan. And even my children, siguro kaya madali rin for my kids was because they could sense change. Kasi nung byuda pa lang ako na talagang single, then stress ka sa trabaho, pagod ka, uuwi ka, parang irritable ka sa lahat ng bagay. Parang, parang kang pinagsakluban lagi ng langit at lupa. You have to make things happen for everyone. And at the end of the day, you lie down, wala ka namang makausap. Parang dumating sa point ako na parang, ano ba yan, every week, parang iba yung kausap ko for the same topic. Minsan nakakalimutan ko na kung ano ang sinabi ko kung kanino. Kasi I can't hold the conversation consistently kasi ano naman, parang lahat ng tao ay busy. Lahat ng tao ay may ginagawa. Lahat ng tao ay may pagkakaabalahan. Eh bakit naman ako pagkakaabalahan, di ba? And here I am with Renel, parang everyday talk namin, parang may continuation. And sometimes, alam mo, may mga bagay tayong we are so expressive about something, about issues na hindi mo pwedeng ipagkatiwala sa kaibigan nyo kasi baka ma-judge ka niya. Ano ba yan si Ami? Napakapula. But with Renel, parang ang dali-dali kong masabi sa kanya. Ang dali-dali ko sabihin na, naku, alam mo, itong si ganito. Ay, naku, nakakainis. Alam mo yung something to vent on. And for that, I think, Renel is very good in listening. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, I always believe in this. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Kung tingnan ninyo ang buhay, palagi lang natin tinitingnan yung mabibilang natin, yung ma-measure natin, but in the end, yung mga hindi na measure at yun ang nagbibigay sa inyo ng magandang disposition at sa buhay, happiness, parang yun ang laging na-overlook ng tao.
Wow, ang ganda naman. Ayan, alam niyo parehas-parehas si Miss Amy and si Miss Vian na talagang yung pinagdaanan, madaming pinagdaanan ika nga. Pero ano yung advantage ng ito? Ano yung sa tingin niyo yung kagandahan this time around dito sa pangalawang pag-ibig ninyo?
Yeah, can I answer that first? I
Yes,
guess
po, yeah.
maturity. I read a lot of books, but men tend to mature probably slightly late though. I mean, research has revealed that, no? Than the women. We have an age difference with Poland, but I find him a really deep person. Yun yung nakita ko sa kanya. Among all the people I've met, I'm quite exposed in my industry. I'm in the travel and tourism industry. He has this depth within him. And yung foundation nila as a family is really there. When I finally met his sisters, the love that they have for each other are very, very pure and encompassing. And then, yung feeling ko, whenever I'm with them, it's really yung pure, yung love and the support, and na probably one way or another, hindi ko na-feel. Kasi sa aming magkakapatid, I was the youngest. Sa kanila, they were so close. They come to work together, sabay-sabay sila. They come back home, sabay-sabay rin sila. And talagang, they support each other. Ako kasi medyo malaki yung age gap ko sa mga siblings ko eh. And I really felt home. I felt at home in his heart na that's really my sisters-in-law and all his siblings are all supportive and they support each other. Yun nakita ko na talagang very pure yung intention nila, and they cover each other's backs and they support each other 100%. Yun yung that's something that I will really keep in my life and really inspire me every day.
What about Miss Amy? May advantage po ba this time around? Is there any advantage of having a second chance in terms of love po?
Yeah, of course. I think I will share these thoughts on the premise that no two individuals have the same journey. No two widows have the same experience. But in the event that you can identify my situation with yours, feel free to take the lessons that I'm going to share. I think for me and Renel, we complement each other in a way that one thing I'm so proud of Renel is yung mga anak niya. He has 3 children. The eldest is already working, a graduate of UP. and the two younger girls are in senior and junior high, topping the local school in my hometown. Talagang maganda ang future ng mga bata. And Renel is so blessed with that. And at my end, everybody knows that I have three boys. Two of them have special needs. And I think I'm quite possessive when it comes to my children. Kasi historically, I was the one with them from the time na pinanganak sila up to this time. So marami silang mga inherent qualities that I as a mother understand. So Renel, on the other hand, do not step into my how I bring my children. Alam mo yon, kahit na his children are very good, matataas ang mga marks, he sees my children in a different light. Kaiba talaga. So, in that way, I think it's positive because it's complementing. And siguro din, I always believe in the second chance. There are things close to my heart that I will not share the details, but I think when I had Renel, nasabi ko sa sarili ko na this is really a second chance. Like he has a very good mother, you know. His mother constantly calls me regularly every weekend, you know, nakumusta. And I think if I will have problem with Renel, she's the type that I can count on. Pero touch wood, wala pa naman. Hindi pa naman dumating sa punto na I have to call her. And I think also that when I made the premise that my children are my responsibility, I don't have to pull in someone to help me raise them in terms of providing for them. Things are even easier. Kasi responsibility ko sila. They are my children. I'm responsible for them. And my children are also okay with that because they don't have to hindi na sila maninimbang. Alam mo yon, pagka yung halimbawa, there are people providing for them, be it Renel, for example, be it my in-law, be it other people, yung mga bata naninimbang because other people are seeing them act. But as far as I can, as far as I am healthy, as far as I am earning, they are my responsibility. So right now, it's like parang balo ako and yet I'm enjoying a good relationship with no baggage and a relationship that brings out the best in me. So di ba, win-win situation yon.
Right, right. Anyways, medyo we are running out of time po. Siguro yung last question ko na lang po for both of you, i-combine ko na lang po. Would you or do you believe in destiny po? Do you believe in destiny? And ano po yung siguro pwede nyong i-share sa aming sa ating mga kababayan who are watching us tonight na naghahanap pa rin ng kanilang Mr. or Miss Right? For our last words po siguro. Let's start with Miss Vian ulit.
Yes, I definitely believe in destiny. As I said earlier, if it's God already who's really guiding you and showing you the direction and the course, all you need to do is follow and read the signs. One thing that I've learned also and want to share with your audience is that life is a game of chess. You know, like you can have all the coaches behind you, your parents, your siblings, your best friends, your classmates, your neighbors, binubulungan ka. Tamputin mo yung pawn or yung queen, itira mo yan para mamate mo yung kalaban mo. You know, it's a game of chess. But that last thing that yung dadaputin mo na para matalo mo yung kalaban mo or whatever you're facing in life will only be yours and only yours, you know. Kahit pa sabihin mo madami kang coaches na bumubulong sa'yo. What I mean by that is yung choice mo in life is always yours, you know. Whatever happens, that will only be yours and yours alone. And then the other thing also is, like in my case, when I made this decision of getting married to my husband now, I know that I'm not that young. So I've been praying to God that, look, God, if you are giving me 5 more years to live, that's 60, no? If I live until 60, that's maybe 5, 6 years. Or if you give me, or let me live until 70, that's another 10. So 20 years na lang yon, and that's, with the pandemic and all this experience that we have around now, you get to think na maiksi na lang yun eh. So you just have to make the best out of each day. For the moment, now LDR kami dahil nga I have work here. I have and my office needs me. Hindi pa ako makakasunod ron because there's a process of petitioning and all that. But it's worth the wait. I'm very definite that it's worth the wait, and this time, it's my decision is going to be really, with God's guidance, the right choice.
Thank you very much, Miss Vian. And I hope yung mga viewers natin dyan, it's really worth the wait at maghintay na lamang siguro tayo ng ating destiny, kumbaga.
It
Right,
is.
thank you
It
very
is.
much, Miss Vian. Miss Amy, do you believe in destiny? And of course, yung last words po natin sa ating mga viewers tonight.
Um, oh, yeah, of course. I believe in destiny. Ang destiny daw kasi parang yan yung narating mo, but kapag narating mo na, you have to look back. Kasi yung destiny mo are made of your small decisions until you reach your destiny. So, for that, I think Renel is my destiny. Kung nakikinig si Renel, mamaya pupuritin ako niyan. Because if I look back from the time that I decided to go back home for that ninang sa kasal, for standing up not to delay my time. Alam mo yon, yung each small things na pick up ko and nakapag-decide ako until I was led to where I am now. So ang aking payo sa mga eager to find their destiny. So ang destiny natin dito pinag-uusapan ay love destiny. Is listen to your intuition. Kinakailangan medyo mabagal ka sa iyong paglalakbay. Minsan kasi parang ang bilis-bilis natin, parang pag may, ayoko niyan, ganito yan. Minsan, isang twist lang, namimiss natin yung opportunity natin. But if you try to slow down, set your values, set your priorities, I think one day you will reach your destiny. And I'm very happy na despite ng mga pinagdaanan ko sa buhay, hindi rin madali ang nag-let go of someone na nawala na. And you will see from time to time, I still talk about Mike. From time to time, I still remember Mike. Actually, nung may technical difficulties ako, I was pretty sure it was you, Mike. Kasi si Mike yung technical ko lagi pag meron akong mga sharing, nakabuntot yan. Kasi any problem that I have, he will troubleshoot. Kaya sabi ko kanina, Mike, make this happen tonight. I can't say no to June. Yun lang po. At saka siguro, God always favors people with good heart. Hindi ko naman sinasabi o nagbubuhat ako ng bangko na I have a good heart. Pero in this life, marami kang kakompetensya. No? Maraming bata, maraming mas maganda, maraming mas matalino, maraming mas mayaman. But I do. So that's where God favors you. That's where God's grace is given upon you. Kaya, kung sino ang ibibigay sa atin ng Diyos, mahalin natin at ang mga mahal niya sa buhay. Kasi kung hindi natin yan mamahalin, sabihin ng Diyos, binigyan pa kita. Tapos pasasabihin mo lang ng ulo, di ba? Kaya, happy Valentine's Day sa inyong lahat. At sana naman, my sharing and your sharing, we are friends. Kaya parehas din kami ng destiny. Nakatulong sa inyo to lighten up the load, especially yung mga OFW na malalayo ang kanilang mga mahal sa buhay, magba-Valentine's Day bukas. Keep up your good work of being away, smile. One day you will be home as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Amy. And we really learned a lot tonight, partner, no? Sobrang ang
Tama,
daming inspirations na
nakakakilig.
ibinigay sa atin ni Miss Vien at ni Miss Amy. At sana ay nga mahanap na natin yung mga the one natin, kumbaga. Especially yung mga singles na katulad ko. All right.
May
Sige. Thank you very
pag-asa.
much, Miss
Kailangan lang
Vien.
mag-antay.
Right.
And
Thank you very much,
open
Miss
your heart,
Vien.
Arjun.
Thank
Yes.
you.
That's the
Sabi nga ni
key.
Miss Vien, open your heart. I wish I could open it bigger, wider,
You
kumbaga.
will. You have
All
a
right,
big
maraming
heart. Happy Valentine's
salamat
Day.
po. Happy Valentine's po and
Happy
happy
Valentine.
Valentine po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers. Diyan lamang po kayo at mag-extra lamang po kami mula sa aming tahanan dito sa Singapore. Ako po muli si June Rigonan.
At ako naman po si Dazzlin Zapata Pinda.
Abangan niyo po muli kami sa susunod na Sabado sa mga pinakabago, pinakamakabuluhan at mga napapanahong impormasyon at talakayan ng tunay na public service na hatid namin para sa inyo.
Mula sa programang ginawa ng mga overseas Filipino para sa mga kapwa overseas Filipino, ito ang Weekends,
Weekends with Rated
with
J.
Rated J.
Abangan niyo po ang headline news susunod na. Marami pong salamat and good night.